This week on One Devotion, the newest Euroleague basketball legend talks about the motivations that inspired his singular career. This season's youngest player looks back on his wonderful year and forward to a promising future. We turn back the clock to a first day in April when all the Final Four teams qualified simultaneously. And the thrills keep coming in a race that saw 3 new teams punch their tickets to the playoffs. Since the day when he first pulled on a Panathinaikos Athens jersey, Dimitris Diamantidis has been writing a new definition of what makes a basketball superstar. Still wearing Panathinaikos green, Diamantidis this week received recognition for his one-of-a-kind career when he was celebrated as an official Euroleague Basketball Legend in front of a standing room-only crowd of his devoted home fans.
My goal is when I came here to try to play and I try to improve that I can play in this level. So I was trying to play nothing else. I'm not thinking something else, or to be a leader or to be a captain. I just wanted to play. I wanted to play to see how is this the big level, to play against the best players.
12 years later, his 3 Euroleague titles, 2 Final Four MVP honours, 4 All-Euroleague First-Team nominations and 6 Best Defender awards make Diamantidis the Euroleague's biggest collector of team and individual trophies this century. He didn't need to score much in order to achieve such success. He just did everything else that a player can do on a basketball court to make his team win.
I play basketball, I try to help my team. Okay, if you have one skill and this skill is good that you and help the team, for me it's good. I try to help the team with my way.
The Diamantidis way has been to excel at more different aspects of the game than almost any player. He is the Euroleague's career leader in assists, steals and overall performance index rating. He also ranks 2nd in games played, 6th in scoring and 3-pointers, 11th in rebounds and 14th in block shots.
Okay, if I can play defense, I will. If I can score, I will. If I can give an assist, I will. If I try to steal the ball, I will. So I'm not thinking something like that, do something special. I'm just trying to play, and the game give me what I can do or what I cannot do.
His way led to the pinnacle of success for the first time when Panathinaikos became Euroleague champions, and Diamantidis was voted Final Four MVP in 2007, before another memorable Athens home crowd on his 27th birthday.
It was one important moment in my career because it was my first Euroleague title, and it was in Athens here in front of all of the fans of Panathinaikos. We had a great season.
He and the Greens again lifted the Euroleague trophy in 2009, and for a 3rd time together 2 years later, as Diamantidis was voted both the full season and Final Four MVP.
For me, it's a great pleasure because all those years in this team, I have most of the times was good times for me. I had a great this is my 12th year in the team. I had great success with the team. I enjoy all those years, all the moments.
Before the current season started, Diamantidis announced that he will retire when it's over because he wants to finish his career strong.
I want to stop, and I want to stop, a little bit like to be good on the court. I mean, not to be lazy and I cannot move, and I want to stand to be on good level. So I want to be, this is my last year, and I want to finish good.
Once again, Diamantidis has led Panathinaikos to the playoffs. Now, a return to the Final Four after 3 seasons away remains the ultimate goal for the Greens and their leader.
Who of the players don't want to go on a Final Four? I would like to be there, but you know it's very difficult to go. We will try our best.
His best has been more than good enough throughout an incomparable career. And now that Dimitris Diamantidis has joined the lofty ranks of official Euroleague legends, anything on top of that would make for a perfect ending.
I'm pretty satisfied until now. I didn't expect this in my career, that I have this career until now. So I'm very happy.
This week in Euroleague history, it was the first day of April in 2010 when something happened that has not happened before or since. All 4 playoff series ended in the same number of games and within 2 hours of each other. With Game 4 victories that night, Regal FC Barcelona, Olympiacos Piraeus and CSKA Moscow all returned to the Final Four with road wins to clinch their best-of-5 series, while Partizan Belgrade celebrated its first Final Four berth in a dozen years at home. First to advance was Barcelona, whose celebration was extra sweet since it came at the home of arch-rival Real Madrid. The heroes of the 78-84 victory in the clincher were scoring king Juan Carlos Navarro with 21 points and Ricky Rubio, who busted out of a career-high 19. Next to make the grade was Olympiacos, which finished off Polish challenger Asseco Procom 70-86. Josh Childress made sure there would be no drama with 22 points to lead the winners, while Milos Teodosic stuffed the stat sheet with 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists and 4 steals. CSKA held off Caja Laboral Vitoria 70-74 to advance to its 8th straight Final Four, but it was no easy feat. It appeared a 5th game was sure when Mirza Teletovic put Laboral ahead by 10 points early in the 4th quarter. But that's when J.R. Holden took charge, scoring 16 of his 19 points in the last 10 minutes, including the go-ahead jumper down the stretch to put another memorable CSKA win in the history books. The underdog was the last to the party, but Partizan did so in style in front of its die-hard fans at Belgrade Arena, where it eliminated Maccabi Electra Tel Aviv 76-67, as Bo McCaleb shined with 19 points, including 6 during a 12-2 start to the 4th quarter that put the game away. The 4 winners would later meet at the Final Four in Paris, which provided no less drama. Olympiacos edged Partizan in overtime in one semi-final, and Barcelona stopped CSKA in the other. Barca proved too strong in the championship game and celebrated only its 2nd European crown. Top 16 round 13 contained some big wins and an amazing finale. Here's the best of the action. Fenerbahce beat local rivals Efes, Lokomotiv eased past Unicaja, Panathinaikos held off Cedevita, and Darushafaca won in Belgrade. Group E high flyers Lokomotiv hosted Unicaja, and the visitors' challenge was led by 16 points from Mindaugas Kuzminskas. But Lokomotiv took its first double-digit lead late in the 3rd quarter and never looked back. Malcolm Delaney registered a double-double of 15 points and 10 assists to take the Russian team closer to home court advantage in the playoffs with a convincing win. Eliminated Darushafaca travelled to face playoff hopeful Crvena Zvezda. The hosts spent most of the first half with a lead, but Jamon Gordon and Scotty Wilbekin fueled a huge 4-23 run over 9 minutes, spanning the 3rd and 4th quarters, as the visitors ran away with a stunning road triumph, putting Zvezda's playoff qualification on hold. result meant Anadolu Efes was still alive as it travelled to a local derby against Fenerbahce. Efes stayed close through half-time on Thomas Hertel's heroics. However, a third-quarter explosion led by Luigi Datome and Bogdan Bogdanovic saw Fenerbahce build leads of up to 19 points before Efes rallied late, but ultimately ran out of time, losing and suffering elimination.
We will have home advantage, but when the playoff will start, will be 0-0. But of course, we have a lot of confidence for the work we did so far. Also, without an very important player for us, crucial player like Jan Vesely, everybody fight, everybody want to succeed with this team.
Efes's loss also sent Panathinaikos through on a night three-time champion Dimitris Diamantidis was officially named a Euroleague Basketball Legend. The Greens took control against Cedevita from the get-go, and although the visitors rallied with a big third-quarter run, Panathinaikos held firm to celebrate a comfortable win, keeping alive its chance to hold home-court advantage in the playoffs.
Well, this is what we wanted. It is why we practice and play. It's just one step towards our goal. Of course, coach always wants to see better players.
Fenerbahce has won the group with Lokomotiv and Panathinaikos battling out for a second place. Despite losing this week, Zvezda has secured fourth place and a playoff berth. CSKA overcame Žalgiris, Laboral outlasted Madrid in a classic, Himki thrashed Olympiacos, and Barcelona did the same to Bamberg. In the first of several pivotal Group F clashes, Himki Moscow welcomed Olympiacos. The visitors grabbed a small lead before Alexei Shved took charge with 4 three-pointers in a 17-2 charge as Himki soared ahead by double figures. James Augustine and Petteri Koponen excelled as the lead kept growing in the second half, and Himki strolled to a blowout victory that could end up being worth a playoff spot.
Well, it's never easy, but, I can say tonight we play, very solid game, both in defense and in offense, We execute perfectly the game plan what coach gave us, and, here's the result. And, this was very important game for us. Everybody knew it, and, perfect job from us tonight.
In another critical game, Barcelona and Bamberg were fully aware that only the winner could still depend on its own results. Bamberg got 16 points from Bradley Wanamaker, but Barcelona showed strong defence as Joey Dorsey dominated the boards, and the hosts established a big lead, which was never seriously threatened, as they edged closer to the playoffs.
Yes, it was an excellent job on defence. Good control in offense. We are very happy for this win. We need one more, but in this moment we are very happy.
In perhaps the best game of the season, Laboral Cucha Vitoria Gasteiz and Real Madrid offered an outstanding showdown which had a little bit of everything. Comebacks, wild three-pointers, huge dunks, and it all went down to the final shot. Madrid got 18 points from Sergio Rodriguez, but a Laboral team inspired by Mike James and Ioannis Borosis kept fighting, and Davis Bertans buried the game-winning shot from downtown, securing home court advantage in the playoffs. One of basketball's oldest rivalries resumed as CSKA Moscow hosted Žalgiris Kaunas. The visitors started confidently and led by 10 in the second quarter, but a 14-3 start to the second half, inspired by Nando De Colo, put CSKA in control for good. De Colo finished with 26 points and 7 rebounds as his team claimed a victory, which also guaranteed home court advantage in the playoffs. CSKA and Laboral have secured the top 2 places and will decide the group winner next week. 5 teams still remain in the hunt for the remaining 2 playoff spots. If you ever wondered how a player goes from being a talented 16-year-old at the start of the summer to guarding Vasilis Spanoulis in the Euroleague opener a few months later, Cedevita Zagreb promising guard Džanan Musa is your person of interest. the youngest player in Euroleague this season, Musa has a fairy tale story that started last August when he earned MVP honours for leading the under-16 team of his native Bosnia and Herzegovina to the gold medal at the European Championship. As memorable as the gold around his neck was the hero's welcome his team received in the streets of Sarajevo, where an estimated 50,000 people greeted Musa and his coaches and teammates.
But I never saw that even on YouTube. When we came to Sarajevo and saw all that crowd, and after that we have after party and the whole town came to cheer us, to say hello to us, to picture with us, so that were amazing.
Musa received special treatment for leading the deserving group of 16-year-olds who achieved the greatest Bosnian basketball success of the last 3 decades.
I had like 20 interviews in 3 days, many politicians. I got an apartment in my hometown, so you can say that were pretty amazing.
However, after being treated like a king in his native country, Musa had to get his professional career going, and that quickly brought him back to reality.
I saw that I'm just 16-year-old boy, and there's lots of players who are stronger than me, better than me.
But if Cedevita originally planned to send him on loan, after seeing Musa in pre-season practice, the club quickly decided to keep him with the team. The cherry on top of his fairy tale summer came in the Euroleague season opener, when he was chosen to start the game and to guard none other than Vasilis Spanoulis.
2 practices before the game, coach came to me and say, "Hey man, you're starting a lineup and you guarding Vasilis Spanoulis." And I was like, man.
Olympiacos beat Cedevita 76-61, but Musa made a bit of history by becoming the competition's 9th youngest starter ever at 16 years, 5 months and 7 days old. In his debut, he played 5 minutes and scored 4 points.
I came up ready and I showed the world and Europe and Euroleague that I can play with them, and I'm so glad because I'm 16 years old, and to play against the legend of the Europe was amazing.
Fast forward 5 months and Musa has played in almost half of Cedevita's games, also in the top 16, facing week in and week out players in the primes of their careers, and some more than twice his age.
At the beginning, I didn't know what to expect from this season. I was like, I'm 16 years old, I will work. This year I will not play, and next season I will play. But I'm surprised that Veljko coach trusted me and put me in some difficult games and some difficult moments, and I'm thankful for that, and I will keep working hard to get more and more minutes.
Playing in a prestigious competition like the Euroleague, the fairy tale would not be complete without some growing pains.
I played all my life. When I was a kid to junior team, I was playing like for 40 minutes and sitting on the bench like for 4 or 5 games in straight. That was the toughest thing. But when I started to play, great feeling, great team, great coach, and I'm happy to be in Cedevita.
His remarkable experiences from last summer until now have inspired young Musa to keep repeating those feelings going forward.
At the end of my career, I want to say hello, to say goodbyes to basketball as a legend. I want to be the best player in the world, and I will do everything to approve that and to achieve that.
Two of this Turkish Airlines Euroleague season's most dominant players did it again on Friday. CSKA Moscow guard Nando De Colo and Laboral Cucha Vitoria Gasteiz centre Ioannis Bourousis led their teams to come from behind victories, but also clinched home court advantage in the playoffs for each. In doing so, each compiled performance index rating of 35, which were the highest among all players this week, and made them co-MVPs for Top 16 Round 13. De Colo posted his new career high index rating in a 186 home win over Žalgiris Kaunas. He amassed 26 points on just 11 shots, making 3 of 4 three-pointers and all 7 of his free throws. De Colo also collected 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and 1 block in claiming his second weekly MVP honour of the season. He leads the Euroleague in average performance index rating this season at 24.1 per game. Bourousis kept Laboral afloat until Davis Bertan's dramatic game-winning three-pointer gave the team an 89-88 victory over defending champion Real Madrid. Bourousis posted his 11th double-double of the season with 25 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists and 3 steals. The weekly MVP honour is Bourousis' third of the top 16 and fourth this season.
Number 5, Barcelona, Spain. Carlos Arroyo looks for the option, finds Joey Dorsey connecting on the alley-oop dunk, and one for Barcelona. Perfect pass from Arroyo. Dorsey knows where to go. Number 4, Vitoria, Spain. Casey Rivers tries to score for Real Madrid, but Adam Hanger with a great block. In transition now, Laboral. Darko Planinic misses, but there's Adam Hanger. The man who started it all with the block races to the other end and finishes with the putback slam. There's the block again. Planinic missing, and Hanger once more. Number 3, Belgrade, Serbia, Quincy Miller. Got a lot to do. A man to beat, and he does it, making it look easy. Quincy Miller going up with strength and determination to throw down a big slam dunk. Number 2, Vitoria, Spain. Laboral Cucha needing a spark. Mike James detonates the dunk. Look where he takes off. He's close to the free throw line. A huge slam. Number 1 play, Vitoria, Spain. Last few seconds, Davis Bertans to win the game. He hits the triple. There's still time. Real Madrid has another chance. Rudy Fernandez misses, and Laboral wins it at the death. Davis Bertans, look at the celebrations. A victory to secure home court advantage in the playoffs for Laboral Cucha. Inbounds pass from Adam Hanger, and Bertans, tough shot, but he makes it. Huge celebrations. Rudy Fernandez can't retrieve it for Madrid, and Laboral wins an incredible game.
We head into the final week of the Top 16 with several playoff matters still to be resolved, including the reigning champs aiming to prolong their challenge against another team with everything to play for, and 2 more teams jostling for home court advantage. In Group E, Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar and the determined Chris Singleton can secure home court advantage in the playoffs by winning on the road against playmaker Jamal Gordon and an already eliminated Darushafaca team, which will be looking to end its debut Euroleague season on a high. If Lokomotiv slips up, that would give Panathinaikos Athens and elusive floor general Nick Kalathis the chance to move into second place. But only if the Greek Giants can triumph in Istanbul, where Anadolu Efes and defensive powerhouse Brian Dunstan lie in wait. Elsewhere in Group E, Crvena Zvezda travels to Cedevita Zagreb and Unicaja finishes its campaign at home to Fenerbahce. In Group F, a playoff place is the potential prize for the winner, as Himki Moscow and Petere Koponen travel to face Real Madrid and JC Carroll for this season's 4th meeting between the reigning Euroleague and Euro Cup champions. Himki won both games during the regular season, but Madrid hit back when the teams last met in Moscow a few weeks ago. one team with its fate all in its own hands is Barcelona, who will be looking for more defensive dominance from Joey Dorsey as they travel to face Olivier Hanlon and Žalgiris Kaunas, knowing that victory would be enough to secure a place in the playoffs. Group F concludes with two playoff-bound teams on the road as CSKA Moscow travels to Olympiacos and Laboral Kucha heads to Bamberg. We'll see you next week with more EuroLeague action.